Mr. Lord.
Oh my God, it's kind of awkward. But
I
sorry.
know.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start with the introduction. So although Kelly has been with the company for a long time, we believe that the output and commitment to the company Kelly has expressed is not meeting the standard we expect from someone with the salary and position Kelly is compensated with. So for the background of the issue, Kelly has worked with the company's marketing department for 12 years, but her performance is not up to company standard, and she also cuts her hours to go and do her household obligations. And so we believe Kelly is not performing as an employee that validates the status and salary we compensate her with. We would like to terminate her position for someone who is focused on the position and is available to focus on the well-being of the company, as well as a person who would be able to bring new ideas to the company. We would like to present the following definitions. For the first one is compensation. It's defined by someone typically monetarily um, and a means of a wage or salary that is received from an employee from an employer. And the other definition would be productivity. It's defined by a measure of economic performance. It compares the amount of services produced with the amount of inputs used to produce those services or goods. And for the basis and framework of our decision, it would be it was Kelly's dedication and productivity to the company does not warrant her high compensation or salary. The company should focus on finding talents that can benefit the company instead of maintaining employees with no dedication to their careers. And so we affirm the solution, and our course of action is to demote Kelly's position into a title that allows Kelly to dedicate herself to her work in conjunction with her life at home, even though it would mean a pay cut and she would lose her title. This solution will allow the company to promote another person that is equipped for the position, as well as provide newer and better insight to the industry of the company.
Okay, so our first argument is adaptability and change in the workplace. Our argument is although Kelly has been with the company for 12 years, change can be difficult for long-term employees. An employee must be able to show they can adapt to change. The evidence to support this is Kelly can be set in her ways and may be reluctant to changes that may arise. Transitioning to new methods may be difficult for her. This can be crucial to her productivity and the business overall. This matters because the world is constantly changing. A business must be able to adhere to these changes in order to thrive and be relevant. Employees must be able to show they can adapt, learn, and grow in order for the business to succeed. A successful company always needs to pivot and be innovative to stay relevant. By having important long-term employees like Kelly, who has immense responsibilities towards achieving the company's mission, adaptability and flexibility play a significant role in the company's success.
For our second argument, um, since the company compensates Kelly for her time and knowledge, Kelly should be available during company work hours while operations are still up and running. The evidence to support this is that Kelly's long tenure allowed her to rise the chain of command and made her eligible for promotions and salary increases. This matter This matters because although Kelly has worked for the company marketing department for 12 years, she consistently leaves work early to go home. Although we understand her position as a mother, we fully reimburse her for her service as an employee, and her lack of attendance is a problem whenever her immediate attention is required in the workplace. This behavior is unacceptable because as a senior employee, Kelly has unique responsibilities, and when she's unavailable, our operations will come to a standstill. Not only will the company lose money during the standstill, Kelly is still being paid although she is not presently working. This does not also factor in the cost of the other employees in the company that are still being paid but unable to work without Kelly's presence.
Hmm. And our third argument is team morale and fairness. Our argument is other employees will notice inconsistencies in Kelly's tenure and performance. They will become resentful because Kelly is allowed to leave early and is less productive than her counterparts. The evidence to support this is Kelly is a good employee. She has one of the larger salaries but has a small amount of work compared to her coworkers. Others must pick up the slack while she gets to go home early, which can be seen as unfair treatment. They will resent her, which can lead to low morale. This matters because team morale is a critical component of any successful team. When others feel any sort of favoritism towards another employee, this can lead to a stressful work environment, poor communication, excessive workload onto her colleagues. Fairness is crucial in order to maintain a positive and productive work environment.
Alrighty, for the con side,
Oh, we
Oh,
still have
sorry. Yeah,
conclusion.
for
sorry,
conclusion.
sorry about that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sorry. In conclusion, we advise Kelly should be demoted for the decrease in productivity and a commitment to her position. And we also look forward to promoting someone who has been dedicated to the position and is willing to contribute more to the company's effectiveness as well as creativity.
Alrighty, for the con side now. Um, Replacing an asset to her team can be detrimental to our business in the long run, especially if she worked for us for so long and knows so much. The background of the issue: Kelly has worked for us for 12 years as a marketing. She is a good worker, but has a high salary, but doesn't work as much as the other newer workers with current market ideas. We are wondering if we should replace more senior employees with newer employees if they have more time and align more with the market strategies of the workplace. We would like to present the following definitions before we start. Seniority is defined by a privileged position earned by having longer service or higher rank. The other definition is expertise, is defined by a distinguished status achieved through extensive knowledge or skill in a particular area. And then for our framework for our con side is you shouldn't undervalue her experience and knowledge, and firing her can leave a detrimental message and impact on the work morale. And by firing her, it will cost us more to find and train new hires. And we negate the solution of letting Kelly go. The course of action we suggest and will support is having an open communication with Kelly, so we can create a space for her to express her challenges and concerns. We can try and work something out with her so she can still work and take care of her kids. Her knowledge is still an asset we can't lose.
All right. For our first argument for the cons, we have the organizational culture and employee morale. So our argument is the decision to let go of a long-standing employee like Kelly can have far-reaching implications on the organizational culture and the morale of the remaining staff. Long-term employees like Kelly often embody the company's values and culture, playing a key role in maintaining a constant workplace environment. The evidence I have to support this is Kelly's long tenure has allowed her to become a custodian of the company's culture, contributing to a sense of stability and continuity within the workplace. Her interactions, work ethic, and commitment to the company's goals serve as a benchmark for newer employees, fostering the culture and loyalty of a dedication. This matters to the company because removing such a central figure can lead to an uncertainty and anxiety among the remaining staff, who may question their own job security after seeing the fire and the company's loyalty to the long-standing employees. We can result in a decline in employee morale, reduced engagement, and potentially increased turnover rates. As employees start looking for more stable environments, the loss of this cultural community can also make it challenging to maintain the organizational identity and values we have contributed to the company's success.
For argument two, it's hard to replace her intangible values. So our argument is if we were to replace Kelly, then it will be hard to replace her intangible skills, like experiences, knowledge she has gained from working with the business. The evidence to support this is her 12 years she's been working for the business and understanding what goes on in the business, from knowing the company's history, relationships, and industry hurdles. This matters because to get rid of a seasoned employee like Kelly can risk the foundation of the business, because we don't know the effect she had on the younger employees. They would have had looked up to her and went to her for any issues that came up. This could have led to a loss in loyalty and trust with other employees, because showing them that even if you worked here for a long time, anybody is replaceable and is easily replaced.
All right. For our final argument for why Kelly shouldn't be fired, it's honestly doing with the cost of turnover and rehiring. So, one often underestimated aspect of letting go of a long-term employee like Kelly is the financial impact associated with turnover, including the cost of re-recruiting, hiring, and training a replacement. These expenses are not limited to monetary terms, but also included in the time and productivity lost during the transition period. The evidence to support this is the cost of replacing a skilled employee can range from 1/2 to 2 times the employee's annual salary. Considering recruitment training and the period until the new hire reaches full productivity for a position as crucial as Kelly's, with her deep marketing expertise and understanding of the company, the upper end of this range is more likely. The reason this matters is the immediate financial costs, coupled with the temporary decline in the marketing department's productivity as a new employee ramps up, could negate any short-term savings from a lawyer's salary. The financial strain could be particularly impactful in a competitive market where maintaining momentum and innovation is crucial.
So our conclusion, based on our argument, we think you should take the following action: is to at least have an open communication with her, to create a space where she can express her challenges and try to see if we can work out a plan to try and keep her, because she's still a valuable asset that we still need in the company. So if you guys have any questions for us or any counter arguments.
Yeah, so I think we forgot to do the pro counter arguments. Did you guys have like the questions for us?
Yeah, so for this part, so whatever we said, it's off the top of your head. This is the part where we have to actually listen to our conversations and then rebuttal, like kind of just ask questions back.
Okay.
But for we can start off though. So I'll start by saying I love how you guys said, like, you guys do have great points on Kelly on why she should be let go, but to rebuttal against one of your points on when you said her hours are really bad and everything, and like she's not there for certain hours and people had to pick up. I feel like she kind of showed what she's done for the past 12 years and what she can put to the table. And I feel like even though like she doesn't do as much work, you don't know what quality of work she's putting into when she's there, because she could be doing a lot of great work and helping a lot of people with their work while she's there. Even though it might not seem like she might be leaving early, but she might have finished a lot of her work before then. That's why she's leaving early, and she doesn't have the workers to do that much at the end.
Just
Yeah.
to hop off Matthew before you go, Kathleen, we also mentioned that she's a mother. Being
Yeah.
a mother is one of the hardest jobs in the world. So I think we should give her a little more ease when she has to go pick up her children or take care of them, because she might be the only one at home. We don't know her that well, but we
Yeah,
know that
that's
she's a
fair.
long-term employee and she works really hard for our company.
Yeah, so stuff like maybe doing like having like virtual hours would be fine with the company, so that she would still be available and like available to communicate with some of her subordinates. That might be like a good middle ground for her.
We could definitely start a Microsoft Teams for her and she could work at home for a little bit of the day.
Yeah, so that she can also take care of her like home obligation, but still be available to the company. So,
Yeah, I feel like because her knowledge is very valuable, but it's only valuable when she's actually at work. You know, if she's cutting hours, then that's hurting the team. So, working, either, yeah, just like you guys said, having her work from home, that way she still is able to help the team, or demote her work because she could only do certain hours.
Great points, great points.
Great point. You guys have any rebuttals for our points at all?
for you, do you think hiring a person who would be like sort of at the level she is, but would be like a younger, has more like newer ideas, do you think that would be more beneficial? Or do you think keeping Kelly would be better than that?
Well, I personally feel that that would be somewhat of a okay idea, as long as like her experience is close to Kelly's and a newer, fresh mind would be okay in the company. But what I'm worried about is there's a term when it's over 40 years old job. Don't want to help me out, Matt?
Yeah, so I feel like as long as we can replace her, it could be helpful, but it also could not help at the same exact time because who said they can replace Kelly with uh for the other workers because the other workers could look up to Kelly and and it could be a good idea to bring in somebody new to change up like the change up like how we think because that's for sure like that is true. Kelly does have old ideas, and having somebody new could refresh could add like a refresher to what we can. But do we really need to have to fire Kelly to do that though?
Yeah.
Is the real question.
Yeah, our other what do you call it solution was to demote her to a lower position so that she would have lesser like responsibilities.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that would like that would allow her to, you know, pick up her kids from school and not be as available for like her office hours. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, and if she's and that's why we offer the point of our conclusion that we have an open communication with it and just talk it out before we do anything rash.
Okay.
Yeah, but
She's also protected by the Age Discrimination Act. That's what I was looking for earlier.
yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Mm.
I meant to bring up that. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, one point I want to make is that long-term employees usually are set in their ways. So how would you guys bring working with her in changing policies or being innovative to the current market?
Okay, that's perfect. For her, if what we were talking about earlier, how we can demote her position, which is a slightly less different position, and we hire somebody else to bring in fresher minds, that'll be like a perfect solution to do because at least with that way she can learn and kind of adapt because everybody can always learn and adapt to what's happening around them in their surroundings. So just having new people and new fresh brains to circulate new ideas will probably generate more ideas for her. So maybe a solution of just adding like new fresh ideas around be could be helpful.
Yeah. Okay.
But
That was a great debate, guys.
great debate though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end the recording now.
Okay.
Cool.